Speak, memory, speak and tell us the tale of saviors, of heroes, of champions. Speak of the Odyssey of the Dragonlords, and tell us their tale once again. Speak of Saren, the dragon slayer, who avenged the destruction of his home and people. Speak of Zark, the demigod, who rose to join the divine ranks of his godly father. Speak of Ashaya, the haunted one, who reclaimed her family name and memory. Speak of Acanthi, the gifted one, who founded a new order of Dragonlords. Speak of Solano Deo, the vanished one, who overcame challenges to reclaim their rightful title. O muse of memories long past, speak of Thylea, speak of her time of crisis and her hour of salvation. Speak, O memory, and tell us this tale once more in our time. Fades. You see, somewhere amidst a boiling sea, a tower stretches up to pierce the heavens. Atop it, a great star has been imprisoned, casting its baleful red glow into the turbulent waters below. Harpies screech around the structure, battered by the forced storm, their wretched songs drowned out by the churning waves and deafening explosions of thunder. At the throne of Praxis, Tower of Storms, two massive figures stand over a perfect representation of the continent of Thylea, painted on the floor. The painting is stunningly real. Clouds drift and ocean waves ripple. Sidon violently paces the room, throwing bolts of lightning into the painting, causing the storm outside of Praxis to worsen. Lutheria slinks from the shadows, draped in darkness itself. She stops Sidon in his tracks with a hand at his chest, and then she gestures to the Heartlands of Thylea. Sidon nods and readies another bolt of lightning in his hands, but Lutheria only shakes her head. She lowers herself down and reaches into the map of Thylea, and a great crescendo of squeals and screams begins where her white arm reach touches the land. No, husband, the mortals no longer heed your storms. Let us instead send a great beast to defile the lands they stole from us. I am sure that they will appreciate the irony. The future of Thylea looks grim. Monsters menace the roads and corruption threatens the cities. Sidon demands daily sacrifices at every temple, and his sister wife, Lutheria, kidnaps children for her secret rituals. The oath of peace, which once protected the settlers from the Twin Titans, has begun to wane, and with it, the five gods find their hands tied. And now, the Oracl has prophesied the doom of Thylea, the death of the gods, the destruction of Mitros, the raising of the sacred tree, and the total annihilation of the mortal races. You are known throughout Thylea as mortals destined to perform great deeds. The citizens of the great city of Mitros already tell stories of your exploits, both real and imagined. Now it seems the time has come for you to rise and meet your fate. You have been summoned to the edge of the Heartlands in an attempt to avert the coming catastrophe by a poet in service to the Oracl. She has a test for you to determine whether or not you are the heroes from her vision. You are to meet this poet, a woman named Kyrah, at the Sour Vintage. The Sour Vintage is a traditional country inn located at a crossroads about 20 miles east of the city of Astoria. The exterior is rustic wood, painted black, and the sign hanging from the door depicts a woman carrying a basket full of grapes. All is illuminated by the warm glow of the late afternoon sun. Inside the tavern, a haze of pleasant tobacco smoke lingers in the air. You hear the clinking of mugs and the muttering of patrons, most of whom are farmers. So you arrive, there's a little kind of grassy courtyard area with a small pond. You come in and there's a bar to your left, and several tables and a a person playing music, and yeah, there's mostly farmers, as it was described. Seems to be kind of a mixed tone of folks that seem tired, but also there's still music and libations going around.
So considering that I've traveled very long, I'm just going to go get a drink first.
Great. You go up to the bar, and a woman greets you. She's dark skinned with black hair. She's got earrings all the way up her lobes, and she's kind of got no frills attitude. And she says, "What are you having?" Oops, I guess it moved us out of encounter. So, looks like Solano Deo. While he's getting a drink at the bar, you show up. Let me pull you into the scene here. Again, you find that the Sour Vintage has this little courtyard area. You should be able to navigate on your own. Oops.
Yes. So I am clear to enter.
You are, yes. So in Foundry, you simply click a door and it opens if it's unlocked. So that's great.
So Solano he's a little he's over people, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't been in the company of many for a long time, and now he's back out into the world. And he doesn't really partake in a lot of things that most people do. So he's a little different, and he doesn't hide that fact that well. So he approaches the tavern here, and he says, "Who do I ask for water?"
Oh, yeah, of course. I got you. I get you some water. You okay? She looks at you.
Just a little tired from all of this moving around to get here.
Oh, yes, I know. We're a little bit out there, honey. Yeah, go ahead, have a seat, and she gets you a glass of water, and the water actually looks fairly clean and decent.
Well, that's nice. All right, so he chugs that water like it's air, and then puts the glass down.
And she goes, "Wow, you are quite the thirsty one. Let me get you a pitcher. Are you sure you're okay?"
Yes, just as I have said before, just a little tired from all of this moving around that I've had to do to get here.
Absolutely.
I've had to travel some way.
Well, hopefully this place we can hydrate you. We got food too, so if you were looking for something to put some meat on those bones, we could do that for you. And she sets a big pitcher down, with right next to your glass there.
I think this pitcher of water will do for now, but I do thank you for your hospitality. It's not normal for me to receive such kindness from strangers.
Oh, yeah, the world can be a rough place. Well, if you look around, many of us are feeling the hurt. I mean, what with the drought and the wild boar hurting the farmlands around here, a lot of folks are feeling like you are. I hope your crops do better soon, son.
Crops do better soon? What do you mean of this?
Oh, you're not a farmer. I guess you don't look like a farmer. Well, the farmlands around here, they've been a bit hurting lately, not just because we're in desperate need for rain, but also because of this corrupted boar that's been wreaking havoc. I mean, that's why you came, right? There's people coming from all over trying to fulfill the prophecy.
So I have been asked to come here to meet woman or person to deal with some issue, something that must be elaborated upon. But I think that this boar issue is something that could be taken care of as well, possibly. So what do you mean they are corrupted?
Oh, well, I mean, nobody can seem to kill it, and it's hurting the crops. It doesn't act right. We're as a community, we're trying to figure it out, but they say whoever can defeat it might be part of the prophecy's chosen ones, the ones that are supposed to stop the entire destruction of the land. Oh, I don't mean to bore you. I'm sure you've heard all of this.
No, no, and I do appreciate that joke you have made, I assume, about Boar with word Boar. But I ask kindly, do you know of a person named Kyrah? Supposed to find her here, I think.
Uh, and she points just behind you, and you see this woman on this stage here who is playing a jaunty little tune, and she's kind of kicking, but it doesn't sound super good. It sounds slightly out of tune, and most people aren't really paying attention to her, but she looks like she is having a blast.
I think fate must have prescribed her another following that she chooses to wantonly ignore. But I am not one to say such things and give such sour news.
Oh, honey, she has heard it, and I tell you, there's no one that's gonna get her off that path. She's been studying for who knows how long, and she thinks that she's destined to be the greatest bard in the land.
I
But
think that this is the kind of spirit that more people should call upon in these times. And I appreciate the water you have given me. So Solano Deo is going to leave a pretty generous tip. He just thinks that this tavern master's nice. Here's some money, and then he's going to start to wander off towards Kyrah. And
okay,
he takes the jug with him and just keeps drinking water from the jug, ignoring the cup at this point.
okay. And before we continue with that, so I'm gonna say that conversation took place when, who's next? Looks like Zark comes in. Where'd you go, Zark? So, Zark, you come into the Sour Vintage. You are in kind of outside of Astoria, so they're not outright hostile towards your kind, but you do get some funny looks.
Um, yeah, I'm not seeing me.
No? You should be.
I don't think my vision's enabled.
Let me double check that for you. You do have vision. It is enabled. I can make the. I don't know why you can't see yourself.
I
This guy here?
don't see a thing. Either way, if you want to move me in and set me down a little bit down from Solano,
Sure.
given kind of a walking in. I mean, I'm
Do you see yourself now?
No.
Oh.
I'll reload.
I was gonna say I'll give you.
Walking in, Zark is a brown cow. You can kind of, if you look closely, see the etherealness of his horns. Now I can. I'm good.
Good.
With the godlike powers kind of possibly running through him, but you have to look really close. Otherwise, he's in like what he's tried to piece together as like a plate set, but it's more so just like chainmail kind of mixed with some cloth to like fill in the blanks. Just nothing that he could find would fit him. And he notices everybody looking around and just kind of takes in the scope and realizes like everybody else is drinking. I should order an ale, and I look at the bartender and I'm like, can I get an ale?
Yeah, honey, we got ales, we got wine, which we have quite a few vineyards around here. We also have some specialty cocktails, but ale's kind of what most people drink around here, ale and wine.
Yeah, ale. I mean, most people drink it. I drink it too. Ale it is.
Okay, it'll cost you 1 silver, since in this world I'll bring everyone's attention to your inventory that I've included a module that converts everything to drachma and I think lipta, is it? So we won't be using copper or electrum or anything like that. It's all going to be silver and gold, drachma and lepta. So it'll cost you 1 lepta for an ale.
Okay. I was asked here to see the Oracle, as I like kind of whisper to her.
Ain't no Oracle here, honey. But I tell you, there's a lot of folks who are trying to get an audience with the Oracle. I mean, most of these folks here, they're farmers down out on their luck, a couple adventurers, and she points to a table behind you in this direction where she says, but I don't encourage you to try your luck. Those poor bastards over there, they lost one of their own, and I'm afraid that Boar's just gonna take more residents down before he goes down, and I'd hate to see you be one of them.
Or, I mean, why? I understand that the boar might be ravaging, but he's probably just hungry. We're all just hungry.
Oh, well, maybe you have some insight on that, but yeah, that's the situation. And as you guys are continuing to talking at the bar, our next person that walks in looks like a Shia.
So she'll walk up to the door.
Okay. And yeah, as you walk in, tell us what the bartender and some of the other folks see.
You see this humanoid-looking creature, white feathers adorned over her whole body, and she seems to be kind of pushing up a cloak over her head, looking and peering through it, just kind of being a little bit scarce.
Okay. And yeah, you walk in, you see some folks mingling, you see a woman playing a musical instrument on the stage, slightly out of tune, but she is singing her own song, baby. She does not care. Most folks seem to be kind of communing with themselves. Nobody is too celebratory. Everyone's, either tattered clothes or kind of mumbling quietly. They're drinking, but they're not necessarily like outright celebrating.
Almost drawn to the sound of music, is shy to look to her right and then kind of look at this lady playing.
Okay.
Kind of move closer and just kind of speak to her. Excuse me.
Yes.
I heard you were playing some music.
That's what I'm doing as she continues to play.
Is it okay if I join you?
Ooh, are we gonna have a rock off? And she kind of strums. Da-da-da-da.
I don't have an instrument. I can sing though, if that's your liking.
Well, I don't collaborate much. How about the next song?
Sure, that works fine. I'll wait on the side here.
So she continues playing her song when Akanthi walks in. And you're on mute in case you didn't know.
Alright. Kanthi walks in like she owns the place. She's young. Tall. She has tribal tattoos on her face and arms. There we go. Yep. And she is armed to the teeth. She just kind of looks around like that.
All right, so she walks in totally armed. You get a few people that glance your way.
She doesn't have a weapon in her hand, but she's got her hand on her on like the pommel of her compass.
Okay.
She walks in.
Yeah, you see some folks at the bar. You see a minotaur at the bar. You see this hooded figure standing by the stage, and this woman singing her heart out.
She's gonna walk up to the bar. She's gonna say,
Just gonna sit?
nope. She's gonna say, Kyrah.
You just say that to the bartender, Kyrah? Okay. The bartender walks over to you. She says, well, hello to you too. Kyrah, the bard over there? Is that who you're referring?
Look.
Or Kyrah, the goddess of
that's
music, and you're trying to gain favor with me by referencing the goddess of music? I'm not sure.
No, that's her.
Oh, the mortal.
And then I'm just gonna walk over.
Okay.
I'm just gonna turn around and walk over there.
Okay.
Go.
So Kyrah finishes her song, and then she comes over to Ashaya, and she says, you said you could sing. I'm not... I mean, I've been playing for a while. I know some chords. Are you wanting to just make something up? Or is there a song that you know?
If you could play a light tune, just softly playing, I could sing
Okay.
a nice song to it.
Do you want it in major or minor?
Major's okay.
Okay. She starts to play this, kind of like the music that's going on in the background of the scene right now. It's this picked out, lovely tune that reminds you of kind of a lighthearted lullaby. And does she sing?
I will sing along to the tune.
All right. Why don't you roll a performance? What kind of mood are you in, Ashaya?
She's in kind of a sad mood. She's just not really like tears or anything, but just like kind of hunched over a bit and just singing softly.
Okay. Okay.
I think I have advantage on this from enthralling voice.
I think so. That's what I was just looking up.
Yes.
Yep. So if you hit Alt when you click on your performance, it will give you advantage. Perfect. So yes, you sing the song and you actually get heads that stop their conversation. At least anyone, almost this kind of whole main room here, people just are enraptured. You see an older man with a beard that looks generally like a pretty tired, rough farmer, and he is just streaming tears. Even though you weren't going for this like super sorrowful song, he is just touched. And you stop, and there is a light kind of awkward clapping for your expression of your emotion in such an authentic way. Kyrah comes up to you and she says, not as good as me, but I think you can work at it and do well. I think if you keep trying, but good try.
Thank you. Just walk off and...
Okay. And then Kyrah kind of thanks the crowd, and she says, now I've got some business to attend to. I'm sorry, I know. And she kind of tells the crowd, like, don't worry, I'll be back soon. But nobody's like begging for her. Nobody's caring. But she seems to be going on about how everyone's begging for her to stay. But no one's really doing that. Yeah, she comes up to you and she says, Ashaya... well, I guess she doesn't know your name. She says, I have called quite a few heroes. Did we talk about a backstory for Ashaya and Kyrah yet? I don't know.
Yes, I believe she met me on the road.
Oh, excellent. So she does know you, and she says, do you remember me from a few days ago? We talked about the Oracl.
Yes, I do.
Okay, excellent. Are you here for that? Because we could really use some folks to address this problem.
I am.
Okay, fantastic. if you could go meet me at that table over there, I've reserved it for our party, and that would be great. I'm gonna go find the rest around the bar here.
Okay, will do.
Oh, Canthy has been standing there, like, her eyes, having her foot. She, like, ended and had a sad smile a bit while Akaya was singing. But for the most part, she's just being impatient and petulant right now.
Mm-hmm. And Kyrah, I'm gonna keep saying Kyrah. Kyrah walks up to you and she says, "Acanthe, good to see you again. I remember that shot you took. Oh my gosh, it was the best shot I've seen. I didn't even know how you made that arrow kind of curve around. It was amazing. Thanks for coming."
It was amazing.
Yeah.
You're
So.
welcome. What are we here for?
Oh, I thought you were answering the call for the whole prophecy, the heroes of Thylea, that type of thing. If not, that's okay. Welcome to the Sour Vintage.
Well,
We got
yes,
good. Oh.
Yes,
If you want to know
What you
more,
said, but-
we're having a little get together over at that empty table over there. If you follow that cloaked figure, I'll be there in just a minute.
Bird lady.
And when you guys do get to the table, you do see some snacks, some fruits, grapes, that kind of thing. And she comes over here, and you're gonna have to remind me, Solano Deo, did we talk about a backstory? Oh no, you have your own. But Kyrah does recognize you, since she is the agent of the Oracl, and she says, "Solano Deo, nice to see you.
Hello.
Are you well?"
Yeah, just a little thirsty, from all this traveling and having to get here from so far away,
Yeah.
Just kind of taking in the scenery and the awful, weird, distinct smells of all of the people surrounding me. And here I am to answer the call.
You might want to keep your voice down. He's right there. He might hear you talk about his smell.
I'll talk about everybody, including myself. There's no need to distinct anyone from the whole.
I guess you're right. The whole town kind of smells like a farm, huh?
I would not say
gonna
farm. I
go
would say
over
more just
and
like people's.
Start mean mugging.
Start mean mugging.
Yep.
Well, Solano Deo, if you go over to that table over there, I don't know if you saw me point those other folks over there, but that's where we're going to have a little powwow. I know they're strangers, they might smell, but hey, we're going to be smelly friends together, maybe. You can take your water.
Sounds good to me. He's going to grab that whole pitcher again. He just walks off and he goes, "Oh, thank you so much."
All right. And then she comes over to Saren, and I don't think we have talked about Saren's motivations, but she just kind of sits at the bar and she taps her foot. She takes this empty glass that Solano Deo had left at the counter and kind of indicates to Atala, who quickly fills it up with some wine. And she says, "Thanks, Atala," and she starts drinking. And she just kind of awkwardly is looking at the patrons at the bar. She turns to Saren and says, "So, how about that boar, huh? Lots of destruction."
What happens when a boar gets near town? Tangs tend to get destroyed.
Not just near town. I mean, we're 20 miles from Astoria, and this boar has been hurting all the farmlands around here. Are you a farmer?
I look like a farmer.
You do not. Are you hoping to get a little piece of this whole Oracl prophecy thing?
I was promised to get paid And they promised me something else too.
I don't want to see if they can.
If they can be true to their word or not.
You cut out a little bit. What'd you say?
Ah, great. Now I forgot what I said.
Okay, what was it saying?
Did somebody promise you something else?
So,
Doing something else. Let's see. Want to see if they can hold true to that. Or make any deals or anything.
Well, you look like you can handle yourself. You know, there's kind of a little bit of a bet going on around here, and I'm hoping to win. That you know the prophecy that everyone's been talking about and trying to find the Oracle's heroes. She had this vision where Thylea got destroyed, but there was like this little hint or whisper in her vision. You know, they're not always clear, but there was some sort of whisper of a crew or a group of people or creatures that could possibly stop it. And you look like you can handle yourself. If you join my crew, I might be able to win that prize.
risking your
Lives just for an oracle.
wow.
Risk your lives. I mean, look at you. You've got a way about you. The way you like you said, you are clearly not a farmer.
Yes, but there's different.
Between guild and suicide.
Suicide. And she kind of leans in and whispers, "We've heard about you, Dragon Slayer."
What about?
And it's like you see his eyes get more tense. Like it's not like being called that.
Let's just say that rumors in Thylea spread quickly. I mean, it only took a few 10-day for the Oracle's vision to spread throughout all the land.
What's you? So I'll hear what you offer.
Well,
That's all I'm promising.
yeah, come listen to my offer. I don't want to repeat myself. Go hang out at the table, and maybe it'll be worth your while.
He's just gonna pick up his
Drink and go towards the table that she's pointing at.
Okay. And Solano Deo, did you go to the table? I think I still see you there.
Could you point me to the table again? I apologize.
No problem. It is right here.
All right. Oh, that's so neat. Sorry. The lighting is just
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah,
I'm just seeing like a still picture of it, but at least they have an idea what the room looks like now, so it's a whole lot better.
Oh man, you miss out on all the fluttering lights.
yeah,
that
I know what the.
Someone in chat
Yeah.
was talking about that too.
Yeah.
So, oops.
Yeah. Let's take your word for it.
Gotcha. Looks like Bob's audio is in and out.
I
But
should be here though.
oh, okay. So yes, Kyrah's kind of you hear her talking to Atela at the bar. She's like, "Well, Atela, I've got 4," and she looks over and she's like, "I think this crew might end up like my last crew, but we'll see. I need a 5th. Have you met anyone that seems like they could be maybe the one that could take down this boar?"
And I kind of stand up and I'm like, listen, lady. Just because I'm a minotaur, you gonna single me out?
Single? What do you mean single you out? Are you here to test yourself against this trial to become maybe one of the prophesied heroes?
I'm not here to test myself. I am the prophesied heroes. I am the one whose mother was taken from the dragon that the Oracle said that she could tell me where the dragon was.
Well, everyone would love to figure out where their, mother is or their father is. Do you know how many missing parents are in Thylea? You can't just walk in and talk to her. I mean, this isn't some type of fortune teller like booth at a carnival.
I mean, yeah, I understand there's a lot of children that are born out of wedlock and things like that. I get that, but like that, I was told she can show me where the dragon is that took my mother from me.
Oh yeah, she could do that. And I'll tell you, I work for the Oracle. But if you want to see her, you have to do something for me first. But don't worry, I've got goods in it for you if you need a little motivation. But see those folks over there at the table? They're all kind of interested in the same thing, and I don't think it's going to take a single creature that can take down the spore. So if you're willing to hear my proposal, hang out over at that table. I could go over there and give them a heads up that you're that you're okay if you'd like.
You say okay like I'm not worthy. If you don't want me, then I won't come. But
I just didn't want you to be mad. I didn't want you to get upset.
Well, yeah, go over there. Let them know that I'm okay in your words, and I will be right over.
Okay.
And I sit down with my barely half-finished beer.
All right.
In a few minutes.
So, Saren, did you say you go to the table? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I went to the table.
Okay. And so as Kyrah walks over to the table, she says, "We've almost got a full party," and she's kind of singing a song, and again, it's out of tune. She's like, "And just to warn you all," and she kind of goes into a whisper, there's a minotaur, just play it cool. And then she stops her song and says, "And he's great." Okay.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
So, has anyone not gotten a chance to describe themselves? I think Solano Deo, we might have missed your description. Why don't you do that now?
Yeah, okay. So basically, Solano Deo has very fair whitish gray skin and white hair, and he's got some of his facial hair just kind of, I would say it's like his parts of his beard are like braided, and they kind of just flow with the wind, and the ends of his hair are like pieces of wispy air. He wears a lot of grayish black robes over armor, but he doesn't seem bothered or encumbered by any of it, and he seems to just kind of keep to himself for the most part. Besides the jug of water, he is voraciously drinking.
Okay. So, is anyone snacking on the fruit and chips and crackers that are available?
Is there meat on the table?
There are
Absolutely.
small slabs of meat. They look pretty thin, not like super great looking, but more like the last bit of meat that maybe they found.
The
Where the-
Sour Vintage just created a charcuterie board, and they didn't even realize it. So awesome.
Were the snacks here before the Minotaur showed up? Because
You don't know. You don't know how long they've been there.
Economic grapes.
I mean, did I walk up to them already being here, or were they delivered afterwards?
Oh no, they were there before the first person sat down.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I kind of don't want to be mean, but I don't think I described myself.
No, go ahead. Yeah, I think I missed a few people, so absolutely, Saren. You're sitting next to the Minotaur, the furthest away from Kyrah, probably. Go ahead and describe yourself.
Basically, what he's wearing.
He looks weird. Basically, not where it comes from, but it looks not like he's not like you'd find anywhere on the continent. Basically, you can easily tell that he's foreign from what he wears. He has white, ashen hair and golden eyes with a sharp face. Basically, he always looks like he's ready for business or ready to go somewhere.
All right. What about his facial expression? Does he seem to be making eye contact with folks, or is he head down, keeping to himself?
He's kind of in a mix between
Okay.
trying to get a layout, figuring out who these people are, where he's heard about them from.
Yes, that's right. And why don't we actually do that a little bit? So I'm gonna Kyrah is actually just starting to snack and eat, and she's not really addressing kind of the topic quite yet. And you all have heard different rumors about yourself. So I've got this set up. It's going to take a little bit of mechanic bits here, but let me see if we can do this. So we're going to go in the same order.
Canthe
Go ahead.
is not going to be shy about the snacks.
Excellent. So Kyrah kind of looks at you, and she says, yeah, Kira's looking at you with like a mouthful of grapes, and she's like, "It's good, right?"
Oh,
Okay, so Saren, I don't know
Seeing
how.
as the snacks were here beforehand, Zark is just gonna like start slowly picking at them and start putting them down slowly until he's like really fast going at it.
So Saren, what I'm going to do, since you're not in game, is I'm going to roll the 3 rumors that you've heard and just put them in chat or in our private Discord chat. Is that all right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that.
Okay, so
You just roll D3 and you get which one?
well, yeah, I've kind of got it in a roll table, and so I
Yeah.
will just send you a screenshot of the 3 that. Oh, good, you got 3 different people. So this is the rumors that you've heard. Hopefully it's visible because I'm just doing a screenshot and not text. Who is second to walk into the bar? Looks like
Zark.
Solano Deo, actually. So let me block off Solano Deo's bits, and here's what I'll do, because I think I could request a roll. So to make this easy, I should just be able to go to party rumors. Tell me if this works, Solano Deo. I'm going to get you to... Oh, and make sure over on the right-hand side under your chat window that you have private GM role selected, so that way nobody sees your role. I think actually I might be able to... Oh, never mind. I could do that on my end. So I'm going to...
Yeah, I selected private GM role already.
Okay, I think this will do it for me anyway. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. I don't know how that works if I do 3 in a row like that. Do you want me to do it again? Because
So how many rumors am I supposed to get in total? 3?
3. Do I need to resend it to you?
Nope.
Okay.
So I have to follow 3 rumors.
Yep. Everyone should get 3. And yeah, for the sake of the role play, we will assume that everyone either recognizes each other or you've heard Kyrah say your names. So Zark, let me get you going next here.
So you have different versions for each player, I guess.
What do you mean different versions?
I'm saying there's 3, and each player has different numbers, right? Or are they all the same rumor?
Well, I'm actually having it. I was just thinking that, but I'm going to have it set up till you all hear something differently. So let me do the request for Zark to make it a private role. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So Zark, you should get... Oops, sorry, Zark.
Yep.
You just got yours, though. So I did that
Oh,
wrong.
I did.
Yep. Let me do that the other way.
These rumors are juicy.
Let me...
Wait a minute.
What? I know, those are all... Oh, you got 1. Let me send you the other... There we go. Request. Okay. Oops. Try it again. Request. I figured this bit would be tricky. Okay, so yep, it looks like you got your 3 then, Zark. Is that right?
That is correct.
Maybe I'm
Also, I feel like I've heard some stuff about myself.
well, right. And yeah,
I don't like that.
I'm not sure why, but let's see. Who's next? Acanthi? No.
No, Shia came in before me, and
Okay, I see what I'm. So you guys will actually probably hear other rumors, or some people have doubled up on rumors, but that's okay. So there we go. Let me get a Shia set up. Okay.
This is exciting.
1, 2, 3.
I know, right? Like I read the rumors like that, and I was like, oh my god.
Okay.
I gotta hope someone gets mine. I'm proud of one of them. You'll never know which one. You'll never know.
To use these. It's just
Right?
Yeah, no. Oh my god, yeah.
I already have like a full thing going on. I
Oh my
know
god,
it's gonna happen.
awesome.
Okay, I think Akanthi is the last one, so you should have gotten 3 pop-ups.
I got a quick question while we're figuring this out real quick.
Yeah.
So Lano kind of just wants to walk to the tavern. He wants to walk up to the bar there, and he wants to try to order some meat.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you already had meat.
He says, Mr. Zark, do you want to go with me to order some more meats? I think we're going to run out soon.
How I can state that they'll probably give you rotten meat if I come up there with you.
I do not think that is the case. I think you are a nice person.
So Itala actually comes by and she says, Kyrah, how you doing over here? And Kyrah says, good. I think the meat eaters are hungry. And she says, oh yeah, we've been a little bit hurting on the meat side of things. What with the drought and the
The boar. I get it. The boar.
the boar. Yeah, you've heard of it. So we do have some.
boar.
I'll see what we could bring from the back, but it's not the best cut.
If it is better that you do not serve us these things we ask for, perhaps we get a different order. Can you bring out more of these tray of stuffs here?
Yeah, we got more cheese and bread. We could definitely bring that out. I'll see if there's any meat left, but I just can't promise anything.
That's okay. I think we just need more to eat while we discuss these things going on with these boar and it being so destructive.
Sure, yeah. Since this might be, your last night alive, does anyone want a cocktail? We've got Scorpion Island iced tea. We've got Metropolitans. We got White Arisians. We got a Pina Colada.
Do you happen to serve a cocktail called a Thylea Old Fashioned?
I could ask. I think we might be able to mix something up.
That sounds most delicious. And I would like another full pitcher of water, please.
Absolutely.
bring me something. Bring me something strong.
Something
But
strong.
I want to hear about this boar. If you have a boar, why do you not have meat?
Oh, we don't have the boar. The boar's been ruining all of the crops, eating all the cattle. That's kind of the problem.
Kill
No
the
one
boar
has
with the meat.
killed this boar yet. I think that might be why we are
Oh.
here.
That's not a problem. We'll just shoot the boar.
Well,
Oh,
I think they are talking this boar up like it's this big issue. And if boar is big issue, means it have lots of meat. And lots of meat means we eat more when we kill this thing.
Absolutely. That's my vote. Let's go shoot this boar.
oh. Atala just kind of shakes her head and she's like, that table just next to you? They were just as confident as you earlier today. And you see this entire group at this table here. They're hurting. They got, their wraps are kind of blood soaked. and they have drinks in front of them, and there's one drink at the end of the table that nobody is sitting at, and they keep kind of looking over solemnly at it, and you just see that they are really down.
They're mostly men.
Who said that?
Atala, the bartender, said, they were as confident as you yesterday.
Interesting. So Solano's eyes turn completely white, and he casts message to Atala, and in an echoey voice says to her, "Do not be so concerned for us. We have the power of the fates on our side for sure."
And she's a little shooken up, and she kind of looks around and quickly, anxiously leaves to go fetch the...
and then he'll wink at her as well, in assurance.
Oh, okay.
Kathy just rolls her eyes.
It's not safe for now.
So does everyone have 3 rumors?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Kyrah continues to eat, and she goes, does anyone here know each other?
No.
Not personally, no.
Kind of hang my head.
I think I've heard of
We have not been introduced.
I know your names at least.
Yeah, I mean, there are songs already being written about you folks, although I will say that I'm going to write the one that goes viral. But, so this over here, the one with the horns, that's Zark.
You're gonna give us a virus?
I'm gonna write a...
There's already like a bovine virus going around.
I think they're inferring that it is going to become famous song.
That's what
Have
all
you guys
the
heard
bards
about the
do.
bovine virus?
Is that a metaphor?
No, to make a song that all of Thylea sings for generations? That's my mission as a musician. So, the one with the horns, that's Zark. The one over there next to him, that's Saren. Across from Saren, with the face tattoo, that is Akanthi. The one next to her in the cloak, that's Ashaya. And then the one next to Ashaya there, that is Solano Deo. So, so yes, these are the folks that you'll be spending, at least if you're willing to participate in this little venture. We're going to stay the night here, and then tomorrow morning we could do this little mission. But I thought we should get to know each other first before you accept a mission together, right?
I don't want anybody to kill me. I've had some stray arrows up the ass. It's not fun. They said it was not. They said it was on accident. I don't believe it.
I'm perfectly capable of killing this boar by myself.
I do believe we go together to kill these boar, and we reap the rewards and become more worthy of purpose. I think we should be smart about this.
So I know that you guys
Just
are making. Kira's saying, I know you guys are making a lot of assumptions about the boar. It's not just the boar. It seems to have been corrupted. We don't know, but the Titans have been meddling a little bit. The time of peace is coming to an end shortly, and we think that the magic that holds that the piece together is maybe fading. So they're flexing their muscles a bit, and this boar, we can only assume with its size and its abilities that it was sent by the Twin Titans themselves.
Is it like bigger than a normal boar then, or?
It is bigger, and I mean, you could ask that table over there. They experienced it firsthand, and none of my songs seemed to motivate them enough to defeat it. I even tuned up my instrument.
feel like you are the problem here.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I think so.
Zark, you are hilarious.
Maybe I can get in the
Sock, you enjoy the food. I'm just gonna walk towards that table, see if I can get some information.
I'll go with.
Are any of those people? It's hard for me to tell. Are any of those people at the table female, or are they all male?
Let's see. I think this one here, yeah, she is female and looks pretty ragged, but yes, the rest look to be male.
Kind of see
What you going with?
Okay.
But yes, this one here at the top center is female.
Alrighty.
And this one here, closest to Acanthe, he looks over at your table, and he says, "Yes, don't make the mistake of thinking it's just a boar. That boar was full of something, full of." And he kind of trails off.
We're gonna have to be more
Specific about that.
Well, we tried to set a trap, and I don't know if it hurt us or if we just stumbled too close to its lair, but it just came out fast with tusks, and for some reason, despite my willingness to want to help my friend, I was compelled to move away. I didn't know why or how, but even witnessing my friend's blood flowing down the tusk of this thing, I was moving my feet away. That's not like me. I don't run from something like that. I can only imagine.
Who's sitting next to me?
Next to you is Saren, the rogue, half elf, half orc.
Well, I look
Well,
at Sarah.
Half human, half elf. Well, it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
He had human. They're both half elf
Right.
parents, but they gave birth to him. So I would just call him a mixed blood, basically.
Gotcha.
Half orc,
I
half
look
elf
at
child.
Darren, and I'm like, I would never leave one of mine behind, and yet this whole table is sitting here drinking. This is not right. They are not right.
Acanthe just
Okay.
kind of snorts and rolls her eyes at the guy, like, yeah, whatever, dude.
You seem more
Stuck than anything. It's not the first time I've seen this before. So you're saying this thing, this boar, when it killed your friend, you couldn't attack it after that, huh?
It gored one of our friends. It dragged him into the woods, and we tried to follow. The sounds were just too horrible, and my feet they wouldn't move towards the sound. They wouldn't. So we came here to drink the memory of our friend. And speaking of drinking, let's take a note. I'm going to assume that as you all, if you had a alcoholic libation, that you poured a little out for Lutheria. If you did not, or if you, I'm assuming that you did, just because it is culture to pour a little for Lutheria, but if you did not, you need to explicitly let me know.
Acanthe would have definitely done that.
Yeah, I mean, I barely have.
I may have
gotten
just
A
been
little
half
different,
my
but
drink, so.
he understands
He just gives a tap
on their shoulder, basically.
Basically, that concept.
It's a little strange to him, even though he's foreign. He doesn't understand the gesture very much, even though they've grown up with it for generations.
But he does it?
Kind of, but not exactly.
Exactly the same way. More like he does the gesture, but doesn't actually do it.
Okay.
Basically, just
Blend in and not, or you'll cause problems.
Let me ask you very clearly. Does a drop of your drink hit the floor?
only one drop.
Yeah, there's like one single drop.
All right, all right. So yeah, this other party clearly is beat up. They're mourning the loss of their friend. And Kyrah says, okay, as she's kind of licking her fingers, finishing the last bit of her food. She says, here's what I can tell you. So obviously you've heard that the boar is a problem. The twin titans have corrupted the heart of an ancient boar and unleashed it in the Heartlands. It's been laying waste to all forms of civilization, slaughtering everything in its path. It was sent to punish the mortals of Thylea for their continued faith in the five gods, and many have attempted to hunt the boar. All have failed. You, however, will not fail.
Why do you know that?
Because I don't want you to fail.
Sure.
I have faith. I'm a bit of a cheerleader, so rah, you can do it. Don't be like these losers who did not do it. Rest in peace for their friend Mikkel.
Pretty.
Despite what their followers among the settlers might think, Sidon and Lutherior have always hated the mortals of Thylea. For 500 years, their hatred was shackled by this oath of peace. But now the power of the oath has waned, and the ancient beast is one of the many signs that they are plotting war again. You must hunt the beast down, sacrifice it to one of the powers that be in Thylea, one of the gods. And great fame and riches are tied to offering such great sacrifice to the gods, as you well know. The Order of Sidon has demanded that the boar be sacrificed to the Lord of Storms, but everyone in Thylea knows that such offerings can alter the balance of power amongst the gods. So I would strongly encourage you not to give the honor of the kill to either of the twins.
Who to?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Who do you suggest we give it to then?
Oh, that's up to you. I mean, I'm not going to tell you who to sacrifice the beast to, but yeah, if you sacrifice it to the twins, it only increases their resolve.
Well, my heart lies with Mistros.
Mitros. That's a good one.
Do you believe this boar was sent by Lutheria?
I believe that Sidon and his sister wife Lutheria are positioning themselves and prepping for the coming war when the Oath of Peace ends.
That's not an answer to my question.
Do I believe Lutheria herself?
And Sidon.
Yes.
Do you believe they sent this boar specifically?
I believe they did. This specific boar is, yeah, it's a legendary great boar, and it's acting very strange. And that can only be done by those with Titan powers. So, you guys have the night. I've actually secured rooms for you, and all drinks moving forward are covered. I do have a little reward, though, if you complete the task. So I have obtained these, and she whips out in her bag. She's got this bag that's like full of scrolls and mostly her songs and poems and such. And she says, she pulls out this quiver of shining golden arrows. She says, one for each of you. You could use them or perhaps keep them as mementos from your, your adventure in killing the boar. But can't have them yet. You got to show me a dead boar and sacrifice it to one of the gods or titans. Once the beast is dead and a sacrifice has been made of it, I can offer them to you with Versi's blessing. So I could answer any questions that you might have about Thylea.
I'm down because you said I would meet the Oracl after this, correct?
Yes, the Oracle is willing to meet any of those who prove themselves to be the heroes of the prophecy, and the prophecy is said to be those who can kill this boar.
And then what? Because that seems very easy from what you just said.
Yes, you would think it would be pretty easy, but nobody has done it yet. Plus,
So
she
you're
is
not
the
gonna do it for
Oracle.
next
The Oracle is the Oracle, the one who all of her visions have come true. She is highly regarded, and I would be willing to bet that she'd answer any other questions, or perhaps one question at least, that either of you have for your own personal reasons.
Okay. And I can meet her after I kill the boar. Just immediately after I can kill the boar.
Well, I should think so. I mean, I haven't seen her in a few weeks, but
Think so?
I should think so, absolutely.
So you'll take us to her.
Yes.
In the evening now, or is it?
Yeah, it is. I tell you exactly what time it is. It is about 6 o'clock in the evening. You guys have the night. She tells you that you have sleeping arrangements, that food and drink is covered. She wants you to get to know each other. She also tells you that in order to track the boar, she's already taken the liberty of hiring a few scouts, a few trackers that know the area fairly well. They will be arriving early in the morning. You guys are leaving an hour before sunrise. And other than that, she's happy to answer any questions you may have. She's happy to show you around the rest of the Sour Vintage. Whatever you'd like. You could wander around yourselves. The night is yours.
Shy will stand up and pull back her hood and just kind of look around to the group. I know we kind of just met. Should we display any of our skills that we know? It'd probably be useful.
And what do you possess for skills?
I am not sure anyone here would appreciate it if I showed off my skills inside the.
Yeah, I think I'm going to retire early and get up early and, start my day.
And before you leave, Kyrah says, "Wait, does anyone want to play a game of 20 squares?"
Don't know this game.
Well, it's a game that it's a game of the gods, a game of some call it the royal game, and it would be a little test. If you win, it would show that perhaps you really are the heroes of the prophecy. If you lose, perhaps it's just a silly coincidence.
I'm good on card games.
Okay, so
My main focus is to just go find the Oracle.
Zark, I take it you're in then. We'll see you before sunrise.
Yep.
Akanthi turns to Ashaya and says, I will play this game if you will play this game.
Sure, I don't mind playing.
Okay. So the game actually, she pulls out a board, and let's see if I can find the board to show you. It's called the Game of 20 Squares. So it's a board with 20 squares. I don't think I have an image to show you. That's okay. And it involves a series of skill checks. So if you guys are playing together, what I'll do is I will request a series of skill checks, and you guys, between Ashaya and Akanthi, you can determine who wants to do the check. Does that sound all right?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Okay, so Kyrah excitedly gets out the game. And the first skill check is performance. And I'll keep track of, because it's basically best out of 7. So between Ashaya and Akanthi, who wants to do a performance check?
The
Oops, wait a second. Maybe I rolled that wrong. Nope, sorry, go ahead. That was self-talk.
Acanthe sort of
Oh, sure.
toward Ashaya.
So just straight performance.
Yep, just give me a performance check. Okay, so Kyrah wins the first round. And the second one is insight. Are you guys just wanting to go back and forth?
Sure, that works.
Okay. And the whole time Kira's like fluctuating between being uber serious about the game and like pretending that she's not even really watching. So insight from Akanthi. Oh man, she smoked you on that one too. Kyrah is winning and
Dice.
she's laughing at you. The next one is history. So this real game takes hours to play.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Not well.
She is definitely winning. So you guys haven't won a single round, and we're on round 4 is deception.
Ooh.
Ouch. But everyone knows that only the last round matters. Intimidation is next. Wow.
Ooh.
Ashaya on intimidation wins the round. So Ashaya starts to pick up the meaning and the way the game works. Next one is persuasion.
Oh, yeah.
Got this, I believe.
Have you met Acanthe? Okay.
All right. Kyrah wins that one. The last one, which is really the only round that matters in the game, is perception. So everyone's starting to get really tense. Anyone that's still at the table, you feel the tension as the end of the game comes close at the last end of the 2 hours or so. Oh, Ashaya just fumbles. Ashaya, are you drinking alcohol?
I am not. I guess from the amount from the amount of tension.
So, Kyrah wins and she moves the final piece and she goes, well, let's hope that you do better tomorrow. It's a tough game. A lot of people don't understand it, but that's good. Now, I'm actually going to go play some more music. It's been a few hours since I played, and the patrons get a little grumpy if I don't play for a while. And I'm a much better musician than I am at the game of 20 squares. So I'll leave you guys to yourselves, and she kind of walks over. Sounds like our Minotaur has gone to bed. Can I move you, Minotaur?
You can, but I messaged you that I was going to do something on the way.
Okay, maybe I missed that message.
Go right back up above.
Oh. Okay. Well, I definitely need to let someone know that.
That doesn't sound good.
That's
You know, Charles Barkley said, "Man, that sounds terrible."
okay, that's if you got that message, so that was so the Minotaur walks around the table and makes their way across the room to head to bed.
I'm gonna pause before going like upstairs to see if anything happens. But
Yeah, the beds are just on the same floor. You want to pause?
I'm
So,
gonna pause
so there's a little
and
fountain over
watch.
here. Okay, so you want to be able to see the table.
Yep.
Okay. So that happens. The rest of you are at the table. During the game, Atala brought more food out. She's a little bit nervous around Solano Deo. She kind of gives him some space as she brings the food out, and she walks around the other side as she heads back to the bar.
Well, thank you so much for bringing us more of these libations.
And she just kind of looks at you, uh-huh.
He has no idea that she's like creeped out by him. He's just like, oh, I just did a thing.
Akanti's gonna put some food in her backpack.
Well, that's a good idea. Get some
How do I whisper?
I think it's slash W. Yeah, slash W, and then it pops up with a list of
space.
options.
I see.
And like I said, I enjoy secrets and stuff, so if you whisper to another player without including the GM, I won't see it. Also, if you know a language that another player knows, their character knows, that other characters don't know, you can use the drop-down language menu and choose the language, and only those who understand the language will hear it or read it. It shows up as gobbly-bloop if you are not. Oh, maybe I do see that language. Was that?
I do not.
You should be able to see it.
Well, I think. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
as the GM, you should be able to see it.
right.
I do not see it.
Unless you've got somebody
looks a lot
highlighted
like-
it.
Right, exactly. I see it unless someone's highlighted that doesn't understand it. Did you? Okay, maybe I should make sure that. I don't know if that was whispered to you.
Is the
Sorry.
copy still on the table?
Is what?
Okay, awesome. Yeah, he's gonna start talking to Akanti in Sylvan. He asks if anyone else at the table speaks Sylvan.
Over for Akaya's head.
Say what?
Over Akaya's head, we're gonna. Or Shaya's head, we're
Oh,
gonna.
yeah.
say each other.
Right. So there's a person between you two, but maybe he leans over, right?
But Solano Deo is also trying to learn more about you guys before we go fight this boar.
If you guys are talking, I could move if you like.
No. You see, I'm just trying to
I
learn
feel
more.
like Ashaya was already
What you
distracted already, so
So who's still? So everybody but Zark is at the table.
Yes.
yes, I'm gone. You can actually move me to bed. I don't know where bed is, so
I got you.
things happened.
Things happened.
So, what would you like to talk about?
Well,
Like tomorrow.
I think we should address real quick that we have quite a competitor at this table. Akanti, do you know what I speak of?
Oh yes.
I heard you won like 5 out of 7 games for some things.
I did.
Did you get the trophy?
Did not.
They should.
Well, I got some small prizes. But I
Was
did
it
not.
a great prize?
I'm sorry, you broke up right there.
No, that's okay. Was it a great prize?
I did not complete the entire. I did not win the entire event, but I did get several prizes. Yes.
Are they things you can use to defeat your enemies?
No, they were mostly just trinkets.
I still think that is an impressive feat. 5 out of 7 to me is still very much good.
Maybe next time I will get it all. I'm young still. They say that um that I did quite well for my first time.
I think that maybe killing these boar and becoming hero or something might help you to beat all 7 games next time.
Absolutely. I have killed many boars in my life. We kill boars for fun on the islands. I mean, we eat them, of course, and um, but I'm confident. Apparently, it has some magical powers, but you seem like a magical being.
I am, yes. I have.
And a shy here seems like a magical being. Certainly, you can sort something out.
Well, especially
Magical boar.
or is apparently powered by the twins. I think we will need more than just metal to deal with these things.
I'm nothing special really, just a bit of magic that I knew from a little while ago.
I think we
Well,
are.
it's more than me. I can shoot things, make them bleed.
I think that fate has brought us here together for a purpose, and I perhaps am here as an agent to help perpetuate such an event.
That sounds quite exciting.
I mean, I commune with the fates on a daily basis, but I have not yet received anything too profound to follow. I believe that one day I shall perhaps have such things happen to me. But who am I to say that? And at that point, Solano's
You
gonna.
have. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. Solano's gonna get up at that point. And he's gonna take his current canteen of water, and he says, "Okay, I need to rest my eyes."
Okay.
He's
Good night.
Kathy was about to ask a question, but she
Oh,
stopped.
if he would have saw like you were about to propose another question, he would have stuck around for a little bit.
Are you an oracle? Do you speak to the fates?
That is, yes, that's how I get my powers.
That's interesting. And but we're supposed to go and see an oracle after we kill.
Yes.
Or are you related? Do you?
I have no such powers to foretell futures. I have no such powers to prophesy. I simply am just one who admires and treats the fates with much respect and admiration to get blessings from them.
Hey, that may well. Good night.
And he'll bow, and he'll take his jug of water, and he'll quickly grab a grape, and he'll head to bed.
Okay. So Solano Deo, feel free to head. I guess it would be up on the map or north. And I've opened the door where your room is. You pass a fountain. There are people kind of lightly talking and drinking. And yeah, your room's over this way.
Did we just have that whole conversation in Sylvan, or did we have it in common?
Oh no, he says that in common.
Okay.
So, Saren, you're still at the table with Akanthi and Ashaya. The food is pretty much picked over at this point, but the drinks are still coming. People are starting to slow down. It's approaching 9:30 in the evening.
So Akante is kind of interested in connecting with Ashaya. She's really awkward with the men, but she doesn't really know how. So she's kind of like glancing at her awkwardly and
Yes.
where do you come from?
Not too far. I usually stayed near the coast side. It's where my tribe used to stay.
I come from the islands. Are you?
Yes, in that area, I've made many back and forth through messaging.
And did this card come to you and tell you to come here?
Yes, she found me on the road actually.
It's all very strange.
This is all brand new for me. Seeing all these new faces and people. I've only really seen my tribe. I didn't have much people to talk with besides when I delivered messages for people across Thylea.
I'm the same. I don't travel. I didn't do I was didn't talk to people much who were not Azans, you know? Now.
Yeah. Well, thank you for talking to me. If nothing else is required of me, I'm gonna head to bed early.
I will too.
Okay. So the bar tavern gets quiet. You guys have a restful night. Saren, did you say you go to bed?
I gotta left last.
Gotcha. So you stay up the latest, and as everyone departs into their respectful spots, you find...
Oh, you took me.
I did take you. Did you want to stay?
No. I was trying
No.
to. Yeah. Like,
You're
oh,
just-
I'm
you're just
flying
You're just like a
Sorry.
Sims character getting dragged away.
away. Toward somebody.
So you all have
Don't drag me towards the pole.
your own rooms, and we
Just
advance
don't drown me in something.
to the morning. It is early, before the sun comes up, and Kyrah wakes you, or does she not? Kyrah is waiting about an hour before sunrise. Who's up early, and who does she have to wake?
I guess I wake up like 30 minutes earlier than like most people. 30 minutes to an hour.
I was gonna say,
So I guess I'll get that
Zark
done
went to
first.
bed very early. He is up early.
Yep, and I'm actually just remembering, if anyone needs supplies, Atala, the barkeep, has supplies. Does anyone need to stock up on anything before you go? And I'll bring you all
I
over
think I'm
there.
good.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Solano wakes up really early for his hourly prayers and meditation with the fates.
Okay. And I'll just briefly share with you really quick. If you double click on the bartender Atala there, she is considered a merchant, and she has all kinds of stuff. And I'll just tell you how to use this in the future. Yeah, so it's a one-way system. You can't sell her things, but you want to make sure that you click on the single dollar sign that says buy item. Otherwise, if you click on the stack of coins, it buys every quantity of that item that she has. So she's pretty much got everything in the player's handbook, except for the weapons are flavored for Thylea. Other than that, everything else is pretty standard. So if
Yeah.
you...
Pretty cool.
So...
Kathy will just, if she can fill her water skin for her, and that would be enough.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
She absolutely does that. So Kyrah and the two hunters are waiting outside, and they introduce themselves. I'm Taneias, and the other one says, I'm Yavon. And the morning is cold and foggy. The ground is wet with dew, and they start to lead you away from the tavern deep into the hills to the north. You guys pass many farms and settlements that have been destroyed by the corrupted Boar. Oops, where did
Look
my...
at that fog.
Right?
It is a foggy morning.
Nerding out over this. I'm
Like
sorry,
there's
guys. This is
a lot of
pretty
fog.
neat.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen anything like this.
Yeah, glad you guys are having fun. It's like I'm just imagining what this looks like.
As you make your way northward into the Heartlands, you pass many ravaged farms and settlements, all attacked by the Boar. The rocks and trees along the road have been gouged by its tusks, leaving deep, ragged trenches. Carrion crows flock in the fields, picking at the bodies of failed hunters and unfortunate settlers. So, who in your party is going to help the trackers? I need someone to give me a survival check, but you guys got to decide.
Akanthi is. She does. Is this a beast or a monstrosity?
He
Um,
was
Or something else entirely?
it is considered something else, I think.
Okay.
It does
So,
not say beast or monstrosity.
All right, so I don't.
I'd consider it a beast, though, if that's what you're... Are you tracking a beast?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say
Oh,
a
that's
beast is
cool.
fine.
Okay.
I'm not one for tracking, so if you guys can help me show the way,
Okay.
What were the
I
names
can
of our
protect
traveling
you.
So that's a 16.
Yes, excellent. So your traveling partners are Taneias and Yavon. I could actually make them so you could see their... Oh yeah, they should be... So you hover over them, they should pop up.
Very faint.
Awesome, thank you. Just for note taking.
Sure, sure. So, yes, you are able to clearly tell that the Boar has managed to... yeah, you see tracks, you see actually blood marks. From this height, you kind of find this small hill overlook. You can see miles of mountains and hills to the west. A thick blanket of fog hangs over the lower land. You can hear a gentle chorus of birds greeting the morning sun. And you pick up the Boar's trail, another path of wanton destruction, split tree trunks, splatters of blood, and it ends at a shadowy mouth of a cave, and you hear some ear-splitting grunts and squeals echo from inside.
Okay, so the
Can you
cave
guys?
is over.
Does somebody understand where this thing went? Because I will lead.
Went down here. So, as the tracker, I'll scout out ahead a little bit, but I'm gonna go off to the side.
Okay.
So,
And
because I don't want
Or
that.
your two scouts, they are kind of, they're like, okay, well, clearly this is the Boar's cave, and clearly sounds like he's gotten his breakfast. What do you guys think? Do we have a plan? You are the heroes, are you not?
Not dying would be preferable.
Not dying.
I-
That is an excellent plan, young man. Let's put that on the top of the list. Not die. Do you have snares or traps or what plan do you have?
Maybe somewhere
If
out
I
in the.
could,
Okay, you go first.
um, I could shoot it if we could draw it out. Um, if it's just eaten, perhaps it's not hungry. It won't come out.
or
Does anyone have any ideas about trying? I'd rather not go into the den.
I will go into the den first and let them eat away at me. Because I feel that I have enough power to not be killed by this boar. It is not my destiny.
And will you come out so that it
Absolutely not.
comes
Yep.
out?
Nope.
That's the most asinine plan I've heard.
I think you might want to come out, or at least lure it out. That way we have a clear shot on it. Maybe some
We
kind of
have to see
noise.
it first.
If you stood in front and just looked delicious, and the rest of us could perhaps
I can
shoot
do
it when
that.
okay, but not all the way in.
And the two scouts are like,
Uh,
your wait, let me understand this. Your plan is to use the cow as bait?
The cow has volunteered to be bait.
Scouts, are you gonna scout for us?
The scouts will. Can I kind of sneak up here and hide in these trees and see if I can look in there?
Sure, yeah. And the scout says, yes, we are scouts. You are ridiculous
I
with
thought I
your
was the
bait
scout.
plan.
I'm sorry.
And one of them kind of walks to this edge of the cave. The other one walks over to this edge. And they kind of look at you, and they seem to be making gestures, but you all are like, I don't understand what you're saying. And Kyrah kind of stands on this small rock outcropping here. And she's like, come on, guys, I will play a song for you. And she gets out an instrument, and you see her scrolls that she's kind of fumbling with.
Can anyone else shoot?
I can.
Throw things. Oh, good.
I don't shoot because it costs ammunition. Scouts, are you going in?
I don't think that would be why.
We're not even paying these guys.
Well, that doesn't mean we should get them killed.
And you hear Kyrah saying, I'm paying them. Hello.
She's paying them to go in.
Okay. Everyone's going to give me a perception check.
Goodness.
I think I need... Oh, sorry. I need the one that's not connected to the game.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Where do you want to be? So right now we've got the 2 hired scouts, one on each side of the cave entrance. We've got Zark kind of right in the middle of the path. We've got Akante hiding by the trees a little bit, Ashaya a little bit further away from her, and Solano Deo is further back in the center of the trail.
I'm just gonna be somewhere hidden right by the people.
Okay, I'll put you between like Akante and Ashaya.
Our guides armed. Feeling a lot of anxiety here.
You are. I haven't even started the battle music.
Are you armed?
These scouts decided to come here on their own free will.
They were hired.
Minus
So-
the payoff by the lady that's over there sitting on a rock, way far away from anything. That
Yes,
could
but
happen.
I highly doubt that. She
Well,
has no confidence in their
They're,
ability.
they're not like animals. We're not sending them to be killed in the cave.
So suddenly,
They-
you hear a bestial grunt from inside the cave, and a massive boar suddenly charges from the cave mouth, goring one of the hunters immediately, one of the scouts in its tusks, tossing the body like a rag doll off to the side.
Oh, there it goes.
Canthi falls over and dies from that.
The creature draws itself up to full height. It's an ancient white boar with fierce red eyes and bloodied yellow tusks. And everyone's going to roll for initiative.
Oh boy, here we go.
There goes.
Kyrah is at the top of the order. And she sees this and she kind of expects this thing to happen. So she brings out, let's see, she's got... a song. So she starts to play a song, and so basically she's playing this song. It's called the Song of Heroism, and this music hits your guys' ears, and you just feel heroic. You feel like you can do it. So essentially what this song is a bit like a inspiration roll. So all allies who hear her song can re-roll 1 dice roll of their choice. So everyone basically gets a free re-roll from the music that Kyrah is playing. And she's actually playing, even though she's like on a vintage acoustic Grecian like instrument, it sounds like Metallica. Like, and she's actually doing that with her voice, like, as she's cheering you on. Ashaya is up.
Do I have a clear shot at the beast?
If you can see the beast, you have a clear shot. You are... Let's see. Yep, you are... Oops, sorry. That's not what I meant to do. But yes, it looks like you do.
Okay.
20, you're about 30 feet away. Oops.
I'm going to.
If it refreshed you, I apologize.
I think it's working fine. I'm going to hold on to the necklace around my chest, and I will cast this cantrip at it. I will cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. I was going to tell you that too. With your emblem, it will take a hand, even though it's a necklace. So if you target, yep, perfect. You got the target, and go ahead and cast. You do end up hitting it. It takes some damage as a beam of light flies right past Akante and Zark. The beast gets hit. Zark, you see this flash of light fly right by your right horn, and this beast is still shaking the blood off from its first victim.
I'm gonna walk right up to it and I'm just gonna try and smack it in the face with a mace.
Okay. You miss.
Missing it.
Describe your miss.
Oh, he just got hit in the face with the blast as I come through and underhook it, like right below its jaw as its snout goes up, missing the beast.
All right, that guy's dead. This scout is up. He backs up. He's like, you see him trembling right away. He targets the thing and unleashes a longbow, misses. Solano Deo's up.
All right, so Solano Deo, the boar's not been damaged. The boar's been barely injured.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna target it, and as I stare at this boar, his eyes glow white once again, and he hears a bell ring off somewhere in the distance as he casts Toll the Dead.
Oh man. So it looks like he succeeded. So does that no damage?
Yep, because it's a cantrip.
Gotcha. Yep. So so unfortunately the bell goes off and nothing happens. The beast is just thrashing and it doesn't seem to have an effect. Acanthe is up.
I'm going to lose my longbow at it.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, it did roll automatically. 14 does hit, so it takes 11. I think.
I had targeted.
Yeah, and I don't have it required as targeted, but I could change that setting so it gives you a warning if you don't have him targeted. But that's okay. I can apply the
I'm
damage.
sorry, I thought I had.
So
Okay.
he takes it. And anything else, Acanthe?
Oh, good.
All right, the boar
I'm just
is
gonna
up.
pull out another arrow.
Gotcha. As you pull out the arrow, he targets you, pushes past Zark, and charges at you with its tusk attack, and hits with 11 damage, and you're hurt pretty bad. And also with its charge attack, it's got this, let's see. So it moves 20 feet straight forward, and you take an additional 14 damage. Acanthe, you are down, unconscious.
It doesn't leave my opportunity attack area. It doesn't look like it.
No, it's still right by you as it just basically thrashed past you, gored Acanthe. She is down. She still has like a bow in one hand as she kind of hits the tree branches and stuff that were right above her. And I believe that's it for the boar for now. Saren, you are up. You are about 10 feet behind Acanthe, where the gorgeous border, or the boar just gored her. The gorgeous border.
I hit or something.
Yep, you've got lots of things. You got a short bow. You've got your blade.
I'm just gonna aim with my short bow, aim at.
Okay, just release an arrow.
Yep.
Okay.
If it hits,
You
I get
do
my sneak
hit.
attack.
Yeah. So what's your sneak attack? Remind me.
1d6.
Gotcha. So that's extra damage.
Yep.
Perfect. And you get an extra 2 damage for the sneak attack. So you definitely hit it. And it is now considered badly injured. Saren, do you stay where you are in the trees a bit?
No, I'm gonna back up some, like 10 feet down,
Okay.
because I've seen what that charge attack can do.
Sure.
Just want to stay out of its range, basically.
Kyrah is back up. She continues to play her song, so everyone still has that that free roll, basically. If anyone forgot about that, probably. Ashaya is up. This thing, as you could tell, it's got arrows in it. It's definitely looks like it's been attacked before. And I believe, yeah, it's... You could tell it's kind of moving more slowly.
Can I see Akane on the ground?
You can. She, I mean, yes, she's on the ground. She's gotten a bow in her hand with blood flowing from the horn of the boar flowing out onto her.
Okay, I will speak a small little prayer, and I will use my bonus action for my, where is it? My healing light.
Okay.
I will heal her.
So if you target her, it should actually automatically apply the HP and everything, but we'll try it. Okay, so you might have to... That's fine. I'll apply it to her, but she gets 4 healing. So, Akante, you are back up.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Zark, you see this thing burst past you, kill your friend. Some arrows fly at it. Akante somehow... She's prone, but she's shaken off the kill, and you are right behind this boar as you see its haunches just thrashing about. There's arrows and blood flying everywhere. What do you do?
I'm gonna freaking try and jump on the thing and just nail it with my mace again.
You do. You hit with some damage done. It's hurt pretty bad. You staying where you are? Are you trying to mount it?
I'm gonna. Not really. Like,
okay.
It was more of like a jump over and hit it and try and like protect Acanthe from being hit again. So
okay.
I'd like to move, slightly in front of it after I've jumped over its back and just slashed its midsection.
Okay, I won't make you do acrobatics since you mechanically can just move where you are. This scout is up. He targets with his longbow once again, misses once again. These scouts are just not very skilled. Solano Deo is up. You see just this chaos as everyone's surrounding this thing, and they already got 1 dead. Akanthe almost died and came back, and nobody seemed to heal his friend Yvonne.
So is Yvonne like dead?
I mean, he is gored and lying lifeless on the rock beyond the boar.
Okay. So as a bonus action, he is. I'm gonna try to do this on Foundry because I think I figured it out. So he points at Acanthe and his eyes turn white, and he says, "Fate is not done with you yet, Acanthe," and casts Healing Word. Yeah, that worked.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic. So yes, Akanthe, you feel much better.
And that was just a bonus action.
Ooh, fancy.
Spellcasting rules: if you cast a bonus action spell, you can cast a cantrip with your normal action because it's not a leveled spell. So ding dong goes the bell once again.
Yay.
Works. God, stop with the 19 board.
No, that
For his turn, he's done after that.
It's a fast boar.
Yep.
you could.
That boar is
GMT
mentally
right there.
resilient.
Smart boar. He's
Yeah.
a
Good.
smart boar.
You could re-roll it.
I
Oh no, he
Ooh,
can't.
inspiration.
It's
It
the
only works
boar's
for
roll.
me. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
It's the boar's roll.
What's that?
Would I be able to turn in my reroll to make it reroll or no?
No.
No.
Darn.
No.
Okay. All right, that's it. For me.
Okay. Okay, that's what.
So Akanthe, you are prone. So if you want to stand, you have to use half your movement. Other than that,
Okay.
it's you're up.
Alright, so I'm just gonna leave my bow and my arrow on the ground. I'm gonna stand up, and I'm gonna draw my compass and my. Oh my gosh. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. My chakram in one hand. Oh, I have 2 compass. I'm gonna draw my 2 compass. Can I do this? Standing up, leaving my stuff on the ground.
Yep.
Draw my 2 compass.
You had yourself targeted.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
yeah, let me
Love it.
give you back your self target. I don't think that you would hit yourself. So
Jump up and just slam your
So
shit.
you're just
bad.
like, ah, I'm such a.
Sacrificing yourself for the boar.
You thought she was hardcore. She's extra hardcore.
You're the one who could take
Oh
me down
no!
to me.
And then to add insult to injury, you missed your first attack. I think I only see one though.
Wait. Did I? Twice.
Oh wait, you still have yourself targeted? Yeah,
Oh,
looks
I
like it.
totally don't. What the?
So let me undo that one. It looks like. Okay, I'm not sure. So,
Okay.
is your hit points accurate? Looks like it. Okay. So I don't see any targets for the boar. So it looks
Now,
like
the boar is targeted.
okay.
Right?
Yes, fresh roll. Let's go.
Yes, boar is targeted.
Boar is targeted, not you. And oh no! So hold up here. We have a bad miss, which I have a fun crit roll table.
Oh
So
no.
Oh, crit roll tables are so much fun.
they are so much fun.
That's why he said fun crit roll table.
Oops, I had it as a private roll, but well, it won't let me show it to you. But you fall in, you can't get up, you immediately fall prone and lose all movement this round. You're down again. You can still attack as
Alright,
you're prone, though.
I can still. Is it with? It's with disadvantage because I'm prone, or no?
I believe so. Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
I yell over,
stab.
cut its hoof off. We need
Oops,
some
you're not
pig's feet.
incapacitated. Sorry.
I'm not incapacitated.
You're prone. That was like the delayed crit fail sound. Okay, so you're down again. You somehow slipped in the wet mud. Remember, it's a wet morning.
I slipped in my own blood.
It slipped in your own blood, and you managed to miss. This great boar is up again. He turns and targets Solano Deo this time. And actually, you know what? He's got something else I want him to use. He uses this thing. Let's see. It affects all of you, which if I do this, you're just going to automatically roll your wisdom saves. Let's see how you all
Oh,
fare.
damn, that is a huge area.
It's a very large area. So,
Oh, come on.
Wow.
so let's see. Let me go up here. Who failed? Ashaya fails.
Probably me.
And Kanthi fails. Okay,
That was
Ashaya.
a great time to use that reroll.
Yeah, if you wanted to use your reroll, you're welcome to do it now before I tell you the effects of this thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
yep, I'm doing that.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
so
this
it's
is delay on the stream. So did I pass?
you did.
Not roll yet.
You did succeed. So Saren
Okay.
succeeds. Everybody else, well, yeah, unless I
Doing
told
a
you.
reroll.
So if you want to
I will
reroll
reroll.
for
Oh yeah, that's even worse.
Ashaya and Akanthi, that's a wisdom save. So Akanthi fails again.
Yeah.
Trying to click it, it doesn't seem to be working.
Your wisdom save, it should pop up, but let me see.
There we go.
That's
Oh.
nice.
Oh, nice.
I think
Oh,
the
there you
Shire
go, Shire.
So,
did not.
Akanthi, you use all your movement, and you can't take an action the next
That's only
turn.
half because I'm prone.
Right. So all of your movement, and then let me roll a d8 to tell you where you go for your movement. Oh, where did my dice roller go? That's sad. I'll have to just do is it no, /R1D8?
/R space.
I don't know where my thing went. Okay, so so you're gonna use all your movement next turn. You just lose your turn and basically move 15 feet straight down. So that will be your next turn. But that is the boar's move. And Saren, you are up. You are about 20 feet from the boar. You just felt this strange, like, whispering dark energy, but it didn't compel you to do anything or move away. But you do see Akanthi just have this weird look in her eye and start to get up.
Get up or crawl?
Get up, crawl. Yeah, maybe crawl.
It's like slide.
So, Saren, what do you want to do?
It's just like he just shakes it off and just aims the bow back at the boar again.
Okay. Another arrow flies and unfortunately misses once again. You rolled a 7.
Can I use my reroll?
You sure can.
Okay, I'll use it.
So, and I'll have to... Okay, you hit that time. You got an 8, so he takes some damage. I'll edit your sheet to give you an arrow back since it was just a reroll. Technically not a... we'll just imagine it was somehow the heroic energy of Kyrah's song inspired you to true the arrow in midair. Do you want to move at all?
Just back up 10 feet.
Okay. There you go. You're in the trees once again. And Kyrah is up. She is just kind of cheering you on. She... Let's see. Yeah, she switches up her song. It doesn't really apply now, but if it does apply, I'll let you know. So you just see her change tunes, and it's still very Metallica-esque, but strangely mixed with a little T-Swift. And Ashaya, you are up.
Okay, I will point at Big Boar. I will fire another one of Eldritch Blast.
Excellent. It's like the best cantrip in the game, right?
Yep. So I've been told.
I'm not sure. Did you have them targeted? Either way, you missed with the 9. Maybe that's why it didn't animate. So unfortunately, you miss. Your blast goes through. You see this boar thrashing, and it doesn't hit him. Goes right through his legs as he's bucking. Are you done, Shia?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Who are you?
Zark, you're standing next to this thing. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
Zark! Was that a
I am
critical?
going to... Yes, I am taking my mace. I've seen what it's done to the party that feels that I might be a portion of their party, but might not be a portion of their party because they don't like me that much, and I take all of my anger out on the head of this boar and just crush it into the ground.
Yeah, you see it kind of stumble and fall into the mud. How are you feeling about yourself, Zark?
I feel like this is a win for me. Like I needed it.
And just
Like
as you're starting to feel
like...
that and your chest rises up as you stand tall, the boar kind of moves a little bit and stands back up, and it casts its crazy spell once again, or feature, whatever this thing is. And everyone makes their check, and let's see here. Looks like everyone succeeded. Everyone succeeds, so nobody is affected by this thing. But it is up once again, and that was its
By the way, I'm also gonna yell for Mithros, and yeah,
I think you're trying to say Mitros, but okay.
yes, I am. See the same thing every time.
Okay, so this guy targets, and he's missed twice now with his longbow. Let's see if he actually hits and kills this thing. He does.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Oh man!
So
If this guy
So,
tries,
Taneias-
if this
Taneias
guy
is
tries
the
to
chosen
sacrifice
one.
him for the Titans, I will kill him.
Taneias is the chosen one.
No, it's like he's our new party member.
so
Taneias D and the Boar of Destiny.
Taneias, it is Taneias
He has to
D.
stay with us forever now.
Oh, yep.
It's just
He's
a
the
trick.
chosen one.
He's
This
the chosen
this
one.
was just a tribute.
You must be the sacrifice now.
Couldn't remember the name of the boar.
Okay, so you guys capture
Python
this
to get up
thing.
and run away.
It's still kind of alive. Let me actually change its overlay because it's just you kind of captured it. It's unconscious, and the boar locks eyes with you. So,
Who?
Yeah, who?
it locks eyes. It kind of turns, and it sees both Zark and Akanthi. But everyone around can hear this. If you don't have your in-game volume up, I recommend checking on that really quick.
Check that.
I can't.
So
Yeah.
it's next to the dice. It looks like a little leer or lyre, however you say that. It's and it should.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay, well I'll turn it up anyway. We'll see.
Someone
if it...
would be so kind as to whisper it to me. It would be lovely.
Well, listen carefully, because the boar locks eyes with you. Everyone hears its booming voice inside your head.
Know this, mortals. Your sins cannot be atoned. An ancient power sleeps in the heart of Thylea, and when it awakens, the age of Mithros will come to an end. Just as my broken body falls to ruin and decay, so too all mortal things will come to death and darkness. No prophecy will save you.
Wow. That was a little foreboding, I think.
Doc Borg. I'm just gonna run my 15 feet. Just
I'm gonna check on Yavon.
Yeah, Taneias is over there, and he's like, Yavon! Yavon!
Can I make a skill check to determine if he's dead or not?
Sure.
Medicine? Oh,
You want to do medicine? Yeah. So, yeah, he is gored, like, straight through his belly up to his throat. He's dead.
Wow.
need to be unproned.
Taneias, you.
Oh.
Can I do this?
I got you.
Got it.
Oh, perfect.
Taneias,
Thank- yes,
bring
got it.
Yavon back to his family to be buried.
Yes, that is the way of things. Yavon, oh, you have gone too soon. We knew this work was difficult. What way to go than the great boar of Sidon?
Remember to leave drachma on his eyes as he is carried on.
I feel that we should make a tribute, and maybe some lady that we know could sing a song for his death.
I isolate to Kyrah.
Yep, all eyes go to Kyrah.
And she kind of comes over. She goes, "That was awesome! Did you guys see that? Like, he came out, and I mean, I've watched like a handful of these things, and I tell you, I mean, I sing the songs and stuff, and these guys don't really. But you guys, wow!" And she's just like totally excited and not getting the mood of the moment at all.
Kyrah,
Start butchering this thing.
Yavon's dead.
Yeah, can we get some bacon out of this?
I'm ready to just chop off its head and kick it a few times.
Yes.
Okay, you chop off its head. I'm gonna go for the bacon areas, the behind areas, to start carving it.
And
ham.
even though
this is a big ham.
Kira's trying to move over to Yvonne, but then she's distracted by you all talking about harvesting this boar, and she goes, "Wait, no, this needs to be sacrificed by fire. It needs to go to the gods." That's
Trust me, I will sacrifice the hind areas to fire. Because it's going to taste really good. It is going to taste really good.
no, the gods will know that the tradition of the sacrifice is to burn the entire beast, especially a corrupted beast like this. Nobody's going to want to put the meat of this beast into their body.
Can I make a religion check to determine if that's like actual fact?
Well, that would probably be, you wanted to know like religion wise, or like if she's telling the truth, like insight wise.
Well, I want to try to remember if Solano knows if the whole body must be sacrificed or just a part of it.
Sure. Go ahead and roll religion.
Ooh, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Do I still have that roll?
No, that was for the battle, and unfortunately, it has expired with her song. And so, what you know though is, you've heard something along those lines.
I do think if we are to appease gods, not to get them too upset with us, we must sacrifice the whole body. It's also a corrupted boar. Should we not eat any part of it anyways, out of principle?
This is
unless you want
the skin. Surely it has a tough hide.
Do not hear it talk. I think it is its whole being that was corrupt. I think the corruption lies deeper than we assume.
Is its cave still there?
Who do you want to...
Is who still there?
The cave is still there.
Oh yes, the cave is still there.
Can I look inside the cave?
Yeah, go ahead and you just walk up to it.
Poke your head in.
Bam. So.
Who would you like to sacrifice this boar to?
Did Acanthe see her go in the cave?
Yeah, sure. So she said.
I'm trying to get the boots out of.
You hear a lot of dry heaving
from head cheese. I'm trying to get boots out.
Yeah, maybe you hear dry heaving from the cave. It's about a 50-foot deep cave. It's full of stinking water, gore, and boar dung. And you see some corpses.
I think this is what it might have been eating.
Acanthe's gonna walk over there. Nobody's gonna let her eat this pig.
So nobody cares about the boar anymore? Like, I'm fine if you guys do not want to deal with the boar. I will sacrifice it to Mitras.
Oh, and Kyrah turns to you and she says, Patience, we don't want to upset you, but these things take time. They're checking out the area. The boar will be sacrificed shortly. But let me get back to Yvonne, and she kind of does this melodramatic. Yeah.
Oh, yes, Yvonne. I mean, we gotta take care of Yvonne first, and then the boar, and then let's move on.
We examine these bodies to see if there's like any.
Sure. Between them, they have some. Let me just put it in the chat. If someone wants to do the math on this and split it, or actually, I will whisper it to. I guess it's just Acanthe searching right now, so I'll let you decide what to.
Is this Shia also looking?
No, I'm throwing up.
Yeah, she's throwing up.
On the sight of two bodies like this, she's.
It's been muted the whole time. Damn it. Oh, it's like I thought I was being ignored.
Oh no.
It's just like
I was gonna
to
say
investigate.
Saren's like awfully quiet, but
I was
maybe it's
trying.
because he's not in
I was
game.
trying to investigate the cave the whole time when they were just discussing that bacon.
No,
I thought they were ignoring me on purpose.
I'll put you
No.
in the cave.
Uh,
You do have a bit of
Are there any
advantage since you're
bodies in
watching
here
this.
that are not human?
No, they're all farmers, and maybe like some like livestock guts, so like a pig or something. But other than that, and there's also
I
a.
think I see a velociraptor.
Do you? Oh, that's interesting. Well, it's probably whoever made the map. That's funny.
just ignore it.
It's
Um,
a chicken. It's a really large
Yeah.
chicken from the farm.
So
there you
Um,
go.
Okay, I had another question before I got distracted.
Okay,
So they don't have any weapons or tools or anything, just
I whispered
this.
to you, Akanthi. I whispered to you everything
sorry.
that they have.
It now in the chat.
And Kyrah shows up into the
I like
cave,
Yeah.
and she goes, "Oh, oh," and she starts to gag as well. And she says, "Well,
I'm standing up.
it is customary to bury or burn the dead. I suppose each body should have 2 drachmae placed on their eyes. It's the expected payment for the ferryman." And she says, "I trust you can handle it," and she leaves. She comes back to Yvonne.
What?
Yvonne!
No.
Kathy is looking at this spear like super. She likes it. She likes it a lot.
All right.
But then she says, "Well, let's drag the bodies out. Then we're gonna burn them."
someone else can grab it.
She points at Saren. She points at Saren and snaps her fingers like she's commanding a servant. You come help me.
Do what?
Come help me take these bodies out so they can be burned
I'll help
or
take.
buried. Or
Not exactly my expertise. I don't mess with the dead.
Solana just walks up to a body and goes, "No, okay, time to move."
You sleep somewhere
I'm
else.
dragging one. I grab one under the armpits and drag them out.
Okay. So you start to drag this body out.
I'm just looking where these figured out if some of these were mostly farmers or were these the guy adventurers that were attacked.
Yeah, there are 2 bodies, and they were both farmers.
Okay.
Where'd you go, Kanthi? So I'll just drag your dead body over here. Who's got the other one?
I wanted to grab the other one.
Okay.
I'm
I wasn't
dragging
sure.
my dead body out.
Nope.
Okay, there we go.
And then I'm just going to kind of lay them out. There. I'm sorry.
So, Saren, I'm going to move you back out unless you object.
Yeah, I looked around, so I think I got everything I got.
Sure. So, there are 2 farmers and Yvonne laid out, and then we've got the Great Boar, which, he's pretty large, so you'll probably just, I don't know, do you guys want to light him up where he is?
I'll go ahead and put the drachma on from the money that I found in there. I'll
Okay. Did you already add that to your inventory and everything?
As was suggested. I have not added it to my inventory. I haven't decided if
Okay.
I'm telling you
about it yet. Sure, I'll add it to your inventory minus what you, so 2, 4 is 6. So I will add the drachma that is left plus the lepta. Okay, so that's in your inventory minus...
The silver spear that I have is probably hard to hide.
Right.
I think everybody would notice that.
That was my first time seeing dead bodies of the such.
Are we lighting? What are we?
Yeah, Kyrah says they need to be buried or burned.
Can I like kind of think back? What kind of god that sirens would usually worship? I know of the specific one.
Praise one of the 5 gods.
Yeah, I mean your options for the actual sacrificing of the great boar. Thylea is
Real
the.
quick.
Go ahead.
While they were in there doing that, I was more worried about sacrificing the boar to Mitros.
Okay.
I was out here setting up a pyre, making sure that the boar was burned correctly so it didn't fall into other people's hands. And I wanted to sacrifice him to Mitros. Now, somebody else was out here with me, though.
Sure, and I can't imagine that you had set that
Copy
all up
isn't
in
going
the
to.
10 minutes or so. So they're seeing you kind of place stacks of wood and prepping this thing. But
He doesn't have much interest in the boar.
let me go through your
If she
options
can't,
once again. Thylea is the mother goddess. Kentamane is the I guess the titan of earthquakes and the one of 1,000 arms or something. Sidon is the titan of the storms. Lutheria is the one of nightmares and partying type of thing. Mitros is the one who is the, what is she, the I don't know, Zark.
Goddess of gods.
Well, I mean, she's sure she was for something though, but yeah, she was the one that the city of Mitros was named after. She's the one that and Vulcan is
It's the one that I personally worship. So
gotcha. Vulcan is the god of like the forge of weapons. Kyrah is the goddess of music. Pythor or Pythor is the god of war, I believe. Valis is wisdom. So yeah, those are some of your options there, and basically those are the 5 gods and the 4 titans.
So we don't want to give it to Sidon. You mostly want to give it to someone else, right?
Yeah, Kyrah suggested not sacrificing to Sidon or Lutheria as they are the problem titans.
I don't mind giving it to one of the 5 gods then.
as I'm setting up everything to be put towards Mitros.
I mean, we could always say decision for it. Unless anyone has anything else, I don't mind. Mitros as an option.
Kanthi is just going to stay silent on the subject.
Kyrah says, "Are we burning everyone? Is anyone burying anyone? No, just burning. Okay.
No, just the boar. The boar needs to be sacrificed.
We want to.
Well, the boar needs to be
will
sacrificed, but the rest still need a traditional.
I will personally deal with the rest of them as we bury them after the boar. But the boar is the main sacrifice here today. And then I will personally oversee every single death that was here on the battle.
Wow, Zark, you are very adamant about this boar being sacrificed to Mitros.
It's mostly
It is the right thing to do.
Saren, what were you gonna say?
But mostly if you want to sacrifice, it's make sure everyone who took part of the killing gets to choose too, not just you. personally, he doesn't care which god he chooses because he doesn't care about any of them.
I also didn't care about the things that happened in the tunnel of
Well,
this
that's a
war.
tunnel.
I cared more about what is happening to the boar.
Well, it's just going to be burned either way.
Well, I'm not really opposed for anything, but if
Yeah,
it's
I'm
actually
just
saying
saying.
for Mitros,
Maybe here's a better description. Mitros is the goddess of dawn. Vulcan, the god of forges. Pythor, the god of battle. Kyrah, the goddess of music. Valis, the goddess of wisdom. Lutheria
Basically-
is the lady of dreams. Sidon, the lord of storms. Kentamane, the hundred-handed. And Thylea, great mother of all.
So you just want to give it to the most popular god, basically.
I will give it to the god that I have pledged my life to.
Yeah, but would you care if someone else sacrificed it to another god?
I would care.
Yeah.
Just like there's care of who gets all of the things.
Yeah,
Who
but I'm
cares
saying it.
about pride? I
Yeah, but
care about my god.
it kind of sounds like pride if you don't. If it's like, not, it can't be your god, basically. It can only be your god. I'm saying that wrong. But I get the idea, paladin kind of thing. I mean, like oath and that stuff.
I understand where you come from, and maybe you have not been where I've been and have dealt with what I have dealt with. And so this
Fine,
temple
just
has taken me in.
Fine, burn it. I don't care anymore. It's just like he does not really care. He just wants to watch this thing burn. He really doesn't.
Kante would like to talk to Kyrah while this is going on, if she can get her to come away. Or is he very engaged in that conversation?
is he there?
Who, me?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
we didn't hear
Kyrah. For some reason, I was thinking Ashaya. So yes, Kyrah is there. I was like, Ashaya, talk. Yeah, Kira's.
All right, so she says, you know who these men are.
I know of them. I've heard many.
You know these men?
Many rumors. Sure, I've heard about them. I don't know that I would know them well.
I found.
Oops, your audio's cutting
I
out.
would like. I found the spear.
Uh-huh.
I found the spear. Perhaps it belongs to one of them, or perhaps their family would want it back.
Oh, the scouts.
I confess that the spear was inside the cave.
Yes, it may have belonged to a local farmer, or perhaps, and she kind of looks at it, and she says, looks like it might have belonged to an adventurer. I mean, there's not many farmers that have a spear of this quality, but I know of no one who specifically owns this spear, but I'm happy to take it to Atala, and she can put the word out if someone is missing a family silvered spear.
Perhaps I use it while she searches.
Sure. I don't see any problem with that.
Let her know, and I just borrow it for a while.
Okay.
I also found some money. Yeah, perhaps the men's families will. I
Wow.
imagine they are there. They will have lost their means of income.
Yes, I believe that the Oracle was wise in finding you. Hey, I've got a great joke. Do you want to hear it? It's about spears.
Sure.
What do you call a dull spear?
Stick.
A pointless weapon. Ha ha! And she laughs at herself, and clearly it's falling flatly. Even considering the tone, there's like dead corpses and coins on the dead, and she's still just cheesy.
Solano says, "Oh, you have a sharp wit there."
Not as sharp as that spear. But yes, Akante, thank you for your consideration. I'm sure the folks of the Heartlands would appreciate it.
Kyrah, who do you worship?
Oh,
The
what?
Kyrah, who do you worship?
listening.
Let me think. I mean, I think all the gods and titans deserve some type of tribute and sacrifice, but for me, music has been my namesake, my muse, so to speak. So, like most bards, I worship the goddess of music, Kyrah. I mean, we share the same name.
Well,
That is interesting.
I make a lot of sacrifices and take a lot of time for Thylea, the mother goddess, as well.
I propose we make sacrifice to Thylea, possibly. I think that perhaps this corrupted soul could be cleansed by Thylea.
I think that sounds fine.
I mean, it sounds like we had a squabble much earlier about which god to make sacrifice to. When I think simple solution is mother of all whatever, just give her these boar, and then we go back to town.
That works for me.
What about the rest of you?
I understand.
Anthea is just admiring her shiny spear.
I understand where you want to come from, but at the end of the day, I feel that just sacrificing to the mother of all will not help us whatsoever. And that at some point in time, we will need help from the gods.
So why not make sacrifice to the fates then? As long as we just cannot make sacrifice to twins.
No. I would not stand for that, and I would fight you for that. So I am fine. This time, making sacrifice to Thylea.
Does everyone agree with Thylea?
Yep.
Any objections to Thylea?
I'm good to continue on with that action.
Okay. Let me just check on something.
You must consult the table of sacrifices or something.
The gods must
If the
decide our
sacrifice
fates
is
right
this
now.
much, it was sacrificed at this time. Consult this row of the sacrificial compendium.
So,
It wouldn't surprise me if there was like a system for sacrifices in this game, which would be very cool.
I guarantee there is,
Yeah.
100%. Just so you know.
I'm kind of sus of Kyrah, though.
So
are you kidding me?
flames rise, and
Thank you.
the boar starts to burn. The hair on its hide smells like rotten, burnt hair, and it just becomes a great bonfire as the light of the day. It's approaching maybe about 8 in the morning at this point. The day becomes brighter as the smoke rises into the air in the Heartlands, and you made the sacrifice to Thylea. Nothing happens immediately.
Dun dun.
Except for the fact that there was a tremendously great fire effect on the boar.
Yeah.
Is there any bacon left?
It smells like
It
bacon.
smells so good.
Like a burnt one.
Just slowly
Yeah.
pulls out some marshmallows.
I
Do you
just-
think they'll
oh,
have,
that's a.
do you think they'll have bacon
Oh, no,
back
there's
at the
small fires.
tavern?
Do you also burn the other fallen mortals?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, as as they were
Maybe
laying,
we're
as
gonna-
we laid them down, we would definitely burn their corpses in a funeral
Are you
pyre.
burning the whole world?
That's right.
That fire was confused.
So,
We might have lit it a little too low, and then it kind of crept up to the bodies, like, you know.
the
sometimes
sacrifice
when
has been
you're
made.
playing with gas,
You are now the boar slaying heroes celebrated as the Oracle's chosen ones. Rumor spreads fast. The people of Thylea will expect great things from you. You have the choice right now as we approach the end of our session to either head back to the Sour Vintage where you can rest, you can be celebrated, or you're welcome to go directly to the Oracle.
wait, we can go
Coffee
straight
really
to the
wants
Oracle.
some ham
You
for
said,
breakfast right now.
Kira's like, you said you wanted to speak to the Oracle.
100% straight to the Oracle.
I
He
would think.
also wants to ask the tavern lady about the spear and the people who died.
After we talk to the Oracle, are we allowed to go back to the tavern and rest?
Sure, but yeah, that the Oracle is it's not going to be like a quick visit, so you might want to rest. It is a little bit of a ways away.
Let's head back.
Yeah, you could head back to the tavern in a few hours, whereas the Oracle might take a little bit longer.
I will be heading straight to the York.
Well, we'll say for the sake of Zark,
Splitting the party.
I know that the tavern is on the way, so he is one-minded,
All right.
bull-minded. So I'll bring you back to the Sour Vintage, where I think all of your stats should stay the same, right? Yep, looks like it. They should all be connected.
I don't think anybody even took damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
uh,
one,
Yeah.
one,
Did.
Why?
yeah, one got killed.
Akapi got smashed.
A copy like that one guy from Get Out
No,
with the
Conte was
axe
fine.
attorney
Like,
board had just
Yep.
As soon as anything happened, Conte was fine.
so as you guys come in, the whole place erupts. It's much more enthusiastic and excited than before. It seems like the rumors have flown faster than you could even travel. Everyone is there calling you the chosen ones. the heroes of the prophecy, and the place is just bumping. People are buying you drinks. Suddenly, for some odd reason, there are good slabs of meat out in front of you, and yeah, the place.
I couldn't enter to multiple doors. I just want to let you know.
You
Is
what?
that- I couldn't enter into multiple of the doors.
Well,
Because they don't want me in here.
which doors? Nothing's locked.
No, I think it was a window.
It might have been a window.
Trying to go
Grab
through
some
the.
ham.
I can open the window if you want.
Are they okay with me in here?
Yeah, in fact, the mood, I mean, before they tolerated you with some sideways glances, but now there are talks of Zark as the chosen one, and all of you, people are using your names, and people just seem to be wanting to be around you, wanting to get the glory of being able to buy you a drink.
It's Taneias.
Oh, I'm sorry, do you want him?
Yeah, like I mean,
He's-
you live.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the slayer of boars.
That's coming blow.
Here is your.
Oh, he did. He had the coming blow.
There he is.
Bringing a tray of ham over to Zark because we missed out on our ham together, and I have that.
Yeah. All right. So Taneias, I'm gonna get his first round for being so fierce.
Yeah, Taneias is enjoying it, but he also seems a little bit shy, and he says, you know, you guys, you have names that people speak of, songs in your names. I'm a scout for the Heartlands. I appreciate it. I am glad to be part of your journey, but I have nothing to seek from the Oracle. My life is of a simple scout and farmer here in the Heartlands.
But have you never wanted anything more?
Oh, I have lived
the
my
killing
glory
blow.
days. I have not told you many stories, but there was this nymph one time at the old lake at the north part of the Heartlands, and let me tell you, I have had my fair share of parties.
We are on
Have
a
it
journey
away.
to find that nymph for you.
She's over it. Never mind.
Come with us, Tenacious. We will find her for you.
Do
It
you
might
know?
Take,
I do not.
take like 10.
Zark, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I do not need to find her. She is perhaps someone I visit annually. Do you know about the Cheramenos, the holiday for the nymphs?
I do not. Would you like to tell me more?
Well, if any nymph comes around before the first of Pythion and wants to escort you to a party, I would politely decline.
It doesn't sound like you do.
I do not decline, but I have a tendency towards enjoying a little pain from time to time.
Pain?
It is a great honor to be invited by a nymph, but it's they treat you like a pet. They treat you like less than, but it's still considered a great honor, and my nymph has always.
You think that you know how to be treated like a pet?
Of
You
course.
think
You know, I apologize. I do not mean to insult you, but for someone who's always head of household, it's nice to be without responsibilities once in a while.
are you, everybody treats me like a pet.
So you
Like
guys,
a ride on the horseback.
so you drink with Taneias, and he gets a little bit loose with his lips and tells you about some of his escorts. But in general, you get the vibe that he is pretty happy. he asks you all to celebrate his friend Yvonne with a drink and a toast, and there's this moment where everyone has their drink up, and it's very somewhat sad and quiet moment, but otherwise the night is full of celebration.
At some point, I want to talk to what's her name? The spear and the money.
Atala, yeah.
Seeing about getting it back to the families.
Sure.
Maybe. Of course, I still want to borrow the spear.
Atala, she speaks to you and she says, "Oh, a silvered spear. Well, there have been many, many adventurers coming through here since the prophecy, and I have not kept up with them all. Most from not around here. Tell you what, I will put a sign up that says, what do you think? Weapons recovered from the Boar's cave. Identify to retrieve, perhaps?"
That sounds reasonable.
Okay, do you want me to hold the spear, or do you want me to give you information if anyone has come to claim it?
I would like to hold the spear. It's
That is reasonable, and
really like it.
she takes it in the back real quick, uncovers it, and looks for any
I will
special.
come back, and you can let me know if someone
Yeah.
to claim it.
Wait, she takes it in the back real quick?
She takes it to check out any markings, and she does it discreetly so other patrons don't see this item, just in case someone. And there is a little etching of a symbol that's kind of hard to make out, but it looks like it might have been someone etched in their initials of some sort. It looks kind of like a squiggly S next to a J, but it's very faint. Looks like it's been done years ago. But she says that she will, have a sign up, and she scribbles it down really quick and posts it. And if anyone asks about it, she will be sure to let Akanthe know.
And what are we doing about the money?
Are you asking Atala?
Does she know if the families need the money?
Oh.
Atala, yeah. Does she know about the families of the men whose bodies we found?
Oh, the boar has killed so many.
And if they are poor, if they need the money?
The boar has killed so many. I mean, we need rain more than anything. With that amount of money, I'm afraid that it might cause more fighting to how to divide it. It would be, divided by so many victims of the boar's wrath that I'm afraid it might be only enough to buy each family an ale, which would be more of an insult.
I will divide it among my companions, and we will use it to hopefully end to whatever is going around here.
If I tell the families that they did find that the heroes of the prophecy found a coin, and that they are using it to stop the destruction of Thylea, I am sure that any farmer or family in this area would be overjoyed to hear that blessing.
Add to math.
So, I'm gonna stop the music as you guys continue in the sour vintage. It's been, let's see, it takes a few hours to get there, a few hours to get back. So yeah, it's about afternoonish, past 3 o'clock. I don't know if I told you, but it is springtime, and yeah, I guess we'll decide next time. You can either rest for the night once again in the warm embrace of celebration, or you can decide to leave or take a short rest and go to the Oracl from here.